Hello everybody, Jacob here with another Jacob's Quarantine Rants. I spend so much time in my car. I live about, it's like 15-20 minutes north of most of the churches. Centralia is pretty close to where I live, and my family's in London. And so most of my time I drive a lot for work and for personal life. And I like it a lot. I like being on the road. And it gives me a sense of peace, and I think that's because I get to see a lot of the world kind of going by. I get to see people doing their jobs. You see like truckers on the road, just trying to make a living, and they're trying to do their best with their day. And I see families traveling, and then I get to see all the nature around me. And because we live out in the countryside. In a small town, I get to see a lot of farmland, and the fields are pretty, and the skies are big and open, and there's sunsets and all that stuff. You've been on the road, you know what it consists of. But I just love that peace you get when you're driving, and I think life really is a journey, and there's some biblical passages that talk about journeys or traveling, highways even. You've heard that term, highway to heaven. And I think that's because life kind of functions like a road trip. You can kind of have an idea of destination of where you're going to go, but if you've ever taken a long extended road trip, it'll often take detours, take you places you don't expect. Sometimes bad things can happen, but if you keep a steady mind and you have faith and you just learn to enjoy the ride, it can be a wonderful experience. Now, when I was a kid, I remember we used to go up to Sudbury, and we lived in London, Ontario at the time. So that was a good 5, 6, 7 hour drive, depending on how many stops we took. And my mother was a notorious I had to pee every hour person, so we would stop a lot. So it usually took about 7 hours to get up there. And anywho, I remember being a kid, me and my sister would pack up all these things to do. We'd have games and puzzles and books and all sorts of music, and we just would be so bored for those 7 hours. And that makes sense, because when you're kids, time moves so much slower when you're a kid. Now 7 hours seems like a good time to take a nap, or catch up on some TV or read a good book. But back then it was like a prison sentence. But as I got older, the more and more I just enjoyed the ride, and looking up at the clouds, and seeing the birds in the sky, and just enjoying the trip. Now, sometimes I think we kind of treat life like a little kid on a road trip, where we feel like we need things to do. And there's I heard a quote recently, and I don't remember how it goes. It's basically it was like wasting time until time wastes me, and basically finding things to do with my time. How do I waste my time until I die? And I was thinking, what kind of a bleak outlook. It's kind of poetically beautiful in a way, but it's kind of a bleak outlook on your time. Time is such a precious gift. Anybody who's ever had someone die young in their life, or have an illness and they have that fear of death, they realize how precious time is, and they don't want to waste it. And I think we often discover that too late in life. When we're kids, when we're adolescents, even when we're young adults, we're just looking for quick fixes for entertainment. And we don't really appreciate just the beauty of having a moment to breathe and just take in the glory of God's creation and just enjoy it. Now, it doesn't mean you can't have entertainment in there. Entertainment is a part of that creation. It's like the creative artistic element within this creation. But sometimes we just allow ourselves to be too distracted. And I think in a time of social media where everything is quick grabs of attention, memes, little videos, kind of funny, we spend a lot of time just getting those little quick fixes, entertaining ourselves, and just wasting time until time wastes us. So maybe if you have a car at home and you can afford the gas, and you need to get out. A good way to practice social distancing, you don't have to talk to anybody else inside of your household. If you're in the car, you just roll up the windows, put on some AC, and cruise on the road. Go for a little drive and just see the world around you and just enjoy the beautiful creation that God has made and take that pause. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to just kind of slow down, I guess. I guess that's where I'm going. So anyways, take care. God bless. Thank you for joining me on Jacob's Quarantine Rants. Cheers.